What's up, guys?
Hi.
This is not Joe Witz here. A lot of you may know why he's not here.
Yep. But yeah, that's why.
Yeah, it's pretty serious.
But in all seriousness,
We just want to tell you he's good right now.
He's not in a coma. He's awake.
no, he's not.
He's not like
A coma, at
He's not-
least.
he's opening his eyes and he's smiling. He's
So
not like
he's
talking
Not
yet.
both of eyes.
Just
Well,
one eye.
but
his right
not a
eye
coma.
he's opening like.
It's
You
still
guys, you have
just
to
a little
explain
bit.
what happened. Okay, so April 24th, 2017, Joe fell off his Ripstick skateboard thingy. It's like where you can ride a skateboard and one goes
Another
one.
shout out to Joseph Carlson for letting him buy that off him.
And guess what? He didn't pay it. Anyways, so he fell off the Ripstick and hit his head. Actually, Jackson was with him, but he never saw anything.
I saw nothing. I turned the corner and he was laying there. That's all I saw.
So he fell and hit his head, and
Then he went home.
one day after, so we checked we checked for any signs of like concussions or anything, and
And I remember.
nothing came up really.
I remember that morning he was really good.
Yeah.
He was like talking about how he hit his head to me because I usually go to their house every day to go to the bus.
He had scratches on his back and his
Like his
elbow
whole
'cause
back.
he fell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but after that he was fine throughout the whole day. He skipped PE because he had the scratch and everything. So
And he had a fat headache.
yeah, so that's we checked for everything, and yeah, we checked for all signs of like
Everything.
we checked for signs of concussion, whatever that's called, and
That's it.
yeah, so no signs that day, and then the next day he was fine. I was at my track meet at the moment, but my mom was saying that like he ate dinner. He had like 2 tacos and one big cup of milk, and that night he kept on complaining about his jaw hurting, I guess. So he's like, "Ow, Mom, my jaw hurts." So my mom would be like, "Okay, you should lay down on the couch." And you go, "Ow, Mom, I have a headache." So then, like, I don't know, 15 minutes or so after he was complaining.
I guess his mom just started getting concerned.
Yeah, she started to get really worried.
Then, like, 15 minutes later, he was saying, like, "Ow, Mom, my jaw, it's crackling. I hear a crackling noise."
It was actually his head right here.
Like, yeah, it was
Right here.
Yeah,
Apparently-
we'll explain more. We'll explain more in the story. But like, so my mom was like, "Okay, we'll take you to the ER, right?" So we were like, "Okay, we're gonna take you to urgent
It was
care."
hospital at first.
No, was it
But then he started like getting
We were gonna go
super
to
bad in the car. But then
Yeah.
they turned around and went to
Hold on.
ER.
We were going to the hospital. So as we're going, he kept on like, I don't know, he was foaming up and like saying and like sticking his feet
I
out
guess
the window.
he was cussing and
Yeah,
stuff.
he was cursing, saying bad words and stuff. And
saying
so
he heard crackling in his
Yeah,
head.
and right here
and
actually.
he was like saying that he loved my mom, and sticking his feet out the window and
Oh.
foaming. Yeah.
like foaming, like mouth
Like
foaming.
foaming, yeah, with spit. And so we decided to turn around and go to
ER.
the
ER.
urgent care or whatever that thing is.
ER.
Because we were going to go to the doctors at first, but then we didn't. Anyways, so that's what we did. And as we got there, we pulled into the parking lot. And we were like, "Come on, Joe, let's get out." And he couldn't get out of the car. So we had to pull up in the front of the
Building.
But
building.
then also, as soon as he got there, the doctors knew what was going on, so they
Yeah.
rushed a helicopter there.
So what
You
happened
just got
was.
so deep into the story. Okay.
And so what happened was
they-
a blood vessel actually popped.
You
Well, you
guys
missed
get
that.
so far into the story when I'm like,
they figured out as soon as he got there.
you
so.
have to explain it, okay? So he couldn't get up, so we pulled him up to the front and we took him out in the wheelchair. So we put him in the wheelchair and we rushed him down to the room. And so what happened was we found out that Joe's artery burst in the back of his head.
Side of his head.
When he hit it. Turns out there was no signs of concussions, and the doctor said if we would have taken him that day, the first day that he hit his head, the doctors would have sent us right home. So what happened was the blood was building up in the artery, and the artery finally burst.
Finally.
And actually fractured his skull because the blood flow was so strong. So his brain was swelling. So they had to they said we can't take care of this here. We have to airlift him to
Mary Bridge.
Bridge Children's Hospital,
And
so
Tacoma.
and so they airlifted him there, and so when he got there, he was rushed into the operating room.
Yeah.
All the surgeons and everything were ready for him.
They're like,
it was-
I heard there was a support team as soon as they landed.
Support me.
So they went to the surgery room, and then
Look at the rolling.
that's when they relieved the swelling. And the next day after that, we came to visit him, and it was my birthday, but forgot about that. So I'll redo my birthday someday.
Not today.
So what happened was we walked in. He looked really bad, to be honest.
He looked terrible.
pretty
I was
bad.
there.
I didn't see
We're
him
not
the first
giving
day.
out
I
any.
saw him like 5th.
I saw the second day.
We're not giving out any photos. Or
Nope,
anything.
photos no go.
Maybe like old photos of like him as
Him,
a
but, like,
child, like not.
Child. He's okay.
Like a
Anyways.
12-year-old?
So so he got airlifted there, and okay. So when he got there, it was
We're gonna
surgery,
put his update whatever website in the
Yeah.
You were way far into
Hey,
like
I still
far,
want
far.
to tell people because I'll forget.
Okay. So yeah, he looked really bad that day, and so yeah. So we just gave it time and time. So he was actually he was doing really good. He was on tons of medicine, so if he moved or something would happen to his brain because his brain
Yeah, it was like
kind of
he
needed
went
to
so much
refocus. So they did a CAT scan on his head and found that there was like a lot of damage to the left side of the brain.
Left side.
Left side. So these doctors said that the left side controls the right and the right side controls the left side. So his right side is his right eye
Left?
eye
Yeah, right eye.
isn't opened yet, but his left eye is.
Oh yeah, because it's
His
right.
left- yeah.
Because his
His left
his left
eye.
consciousness
Isn't working
Yeah,
quite all
so-
the way.
But like yeah. And so yeah, MRI came back and it was pretty bad. Like, so it said that the doctor said that the white parts in the the white parts on the paper of his brain were like the damaged parts. So there was tons of white on the left side, nothing on the right, and a little bit in the middle. So we knew that he was gonna have a lot of damage and he's gonna have to go to rehab and everything. But anyway, so after that, it was like a week or two into our stay, and the nurses were checking him and checking his pupils for any dilation. And so they flipped his eyelid, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, his pupils dilated." So they had to rush him back into surgery to relieve more brain swelling. His brain was swelling a lot, so they had to relieve the swelling.
Yeah, like
And
for
yeah.
this much more.
Yeah.
So there's no skull there. Like there was no
Yeah.
skull, so this like the brain
He has
decided
an
to swell.
absent skull right now, skull flap or whatever right now, because
Just flop
on the
his
left
head.
side, because they had to
And-
shave his head. I know everyone's missing his hair right now. I know.
No, he's not missing. Well,
He's not missing it, but I'm missing his hair. Like I miss him doing this in his videos. Sup, guys? Today. That's what
That's
he
not
always
weird. Hey.
Anyways, so yeah, so he's missing the left side of his skull flap,
That's what I
and
fasted.
okay.
We're ending that part out.
Hold on. Yeah, you should edit that one.
We're gonna edit that part out.
Okay, we're gonna edit this whole part out. Anyways, so he was airlifted to
You
Mary
already
Bridge.
said that.
Okay, I'm trying to backtrack. Okay.
We're at the part of his eye pupils dilated. They're in his surgery
Oh yeah,
now.
he's in surgery, and so I was actually at home with my dad at the moment, and we got the call, so we just sped down there, and so we saw him.
You got there 2 minutes before the what's it called? Helicopter did.
Oh yeah, we got the 2 minutes, but that was before. Anyway.
I know, but you missed that part.
Anyways, so we're gonna edit the part out. So then what happened was after the surgery, the doctor said, it's gonna be a while that he's gonna be in here because he needs to be monitored. Always, he's in the ICU right now. But anyways, so days went by, and then he's still doing amazing. So they decided we're gonna move him out of the PICU. So it was time to
PICU.
move him out of the PICU. So
PICU.
so they moved him out of ICU, and he went down to a few rooms. He went a few rooms down, which is less care, because the
PICU.
PICU is pediatric intensive care unit. So it wasn't as intense.
But they still checked on him regularly,
Yeah.
like every 2 hours actually.
Yeah, but I mean, some nurses were with him, some nurses weren't, but a lot of nurses would just kind of stay out. He was doing really good. He was his left eye was really active. It was opening a lot. So they were like, okay, he's doing really good. But then 4 or 5 days after we were talking about that, he was doing really good. They used something called a lift, where it's a big metal bar, and it comes from the ceiling out of the room.
What the heck?
I know it sounds like, anyways, so it would drop down and it would pick up Joe and move him to his wheelchair. If you guys didn't know that.
That's weird.
Yeah, so it lifted him to his wheelchair, and he was in the wheelchair. But he had to wear a helmet because he had naps at school. So anyways, that happened. We were like, okay, he's doing really good. About a week after, he started getting like a croupy cough, and like a croup kind of cough. So he was coughing a lot.
Yeah, 90% of the time he coughs.
Yeah, he was coughing
At first they weren't gonna get the trachea.
They were gonna get the
trach is like a tube that goes down his throat.
No, not down his throat, right through his throat. They cut a hole right here,
and they put it right through the throat, and
we
helps
didn't
him.
talk about the feeding tube.
Oh,
okay, well, it's just a feeding tube. You would obviously know it's a feeding tube if he can't open his eyes or anything.
Yeah. Anyways, so that was happening, and he was, doing. We were thinking about doing the trach. This was the first time around. So we're thinking about doing the trach. We were like, he has the croup. Maybe we should do the trach. And the doctors were like, you know what? He kind of doesn't need it right now at the moment. He's doing really good. Maybe it's just like a croup cough that came by. But then we were in traffic at the time, but we got a call from the hospital like a week after, and the croup was in 4 days probably after. We got a call saying Joe got moved back into ICU.
PICU.
PICU, the PICU. Joe got moved back into the PICU because it turns out the croup it wasn't like a croup cough. It wasn't like a cough.
Was it the flu?
It was, turned out that his
He had the flu though, didn't he?
Yeah, but his vocal cords had collapsed.
Oh.
And he had a little airway he had a small airway that he was breathing in and out of.
That's why he wasn't breathing that good that one night.
That's
when
why
you guys got there and there's a bunch of doctors.
Yeah.
There's 10 different doctors and nurses in there.
Yeah. Anyway, so his airway was really tight, and he could only get so much air out of it. So that's why he was coughing so much. So they were like, okay.
That's the only way he can get air out.
So the next day we were like, we're doing the surgery today. So we did the surgery that day, and he had the surgery done. And so when he had the surgery for the trach done so that it would help him more with his breathing, because the doctor said he needs the trach now. He needs the trach. So we got the trach. He has the trach right now. He's doing really good. It's been about, a week now since he's had the trach? He's been doing really good.
Not a week. It's been 5 days at least.
Wait. Oh, no. 5 days, yeah. Because he got it last Friday. Anyway,
so 5 days. Not even 6 days.
So tomorrow is... Oh, let's go with what's happening right now.
5 days.
Right now, he's doing super good. His eyes are,
opening.
No, not his eyes. But one of his left eye, is opening a lot, and he's moving his pupil back and forth a lot, looking at all of us. He gave my parents a half smile the other day.
He was like...
Okay.
There's some freakishly weird girls talking to us.
We're getting corrections that it was the right eye, I guess.
It was the left eye.
Who knows? Because, whatever.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay, whatever. So one of the eyes were opening, which was really good. So that was really good, and he was smiling. So we'd say, Joseph, smile for us, and then he'd smile, half, So that would happen, and then he smiled at us. And then today, when we came to visit him, they came to visit him. I'm always here.
Ding, bing, ba-ding, ding, ding.
Are we going to edit that part out?
No, we're not.
Okay. Anyways, so then he's doing really good right now. His eye is opening. He's looking at all of us. We're saying hi to him. I think it's better that we're here with him because he likes it. I think he likes it when we're here with him. And anyways, so yeah, he's doing super good right now. And tomorrow he's supposed to get this. So we got 4 stitches right here to hold
Wait, where?
here to hold the trach in. So tomorrow he's supposed to get those stitches out.
They're doing the new trach tomorrow.
They're replacing the trach. That's why they're taking out the staple stitches.
Because they got to put a new one.
And then, yeah, he's doing super good right now. So, we want to give...
Hold on, we're getting new information.
Oh my god. We're kind of sort of in the middle of a video right now.
Alright, so, and then we're going to post, like, his links in the description.
Oh, wait, hold on. We have to do something.
We don't have to.
It's the right eye, guys, that's opening, just letting you know.
We're just gonna post it.
Alright.
I want to. It's
It's the right eye.
we have to mention. Anyways, so what I was saying was we wanted to give a shout out to
Okay. I had to pause that for
Anyways,
a second. No,
so-
I want to do it.
Okay, so we want to give a shout out to some real assholes. Go ahead.
First one, well, actually the only
Well,
one.
the only one.
And then I.
Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to some real pains.
Douchebags.
Yeah. One person actually who's not
Which is.
Joe's. Wait, hold on.
He's not
I
friends
want
with
to say it.
Joe is not friends with him at all. This guy is so rude, and
We'll tell you
especially
about
during,
him. We'll tell you about what's
Yeah.
been going on.
especially during this thing.
This is why
you
we're
don't-
giving a shout out to
You
him.
don't believe what he's been saying about Joe. I want all of you guys who. Okay, say the name. Go ahead.
Explore 779.
So this guy has been like really rude,
He's been
saying
making
like
fun of Joe. Let's
he's
just
been
leave it at
saying that he's glad Joe's been gone from school and just really rude stuff.
That he's in the hospital.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's glad that all of this is happening to him. But yeah, so we want all of you guys, if you guys are subscribed to X477,
Unsubscribe. I'll help her.
unsubscribe to him, and also report all of his videos because he's a bum and no one likes him anymore. Because
And you waste your time. If you watch that 2-hour video of his, why?
why?
The video of him doing 2 hours of nothing.
I didn't even watch it. It was so stupid.
I saw the title. I was like,
Alright.
heck no.
I know it's
Or
so
no, 24 hours. He made a 24-hour one.
All right.
honestly. So yeah, he's. Anyways, so go and subscribe to him if you are
Unsubscribe us.
If you are subscribed to him, unsubscribe. And yeah, so
Links.
thank you guys for watching.
Links for Joseph's
are-
website are down below.
Yep.
Comment down below.
If you want to get an update every single day, joewitz.com.
Like this. Like and subscribe, my dudes.
Your dudes. Anyways, like and subscribe. Yeah. Anyways, thank you
Peace.
guys. Bye.